do this. Welcome, game developers and modelers, to Doug Teaches Blender. Yes. We're going to quickly get through this stove slash double sink thing. To do that, I mean, it's simple. Like, really. We just get a cube going, and then I'm going to move it on the y-axis, GY, and then GX. Right about there. Should do it. Da da da. Da 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 da. La da da da. GX to move it in just a little like that. GY just to move it down. I'm fine with this scale because that means I get to appropriately get the kit and caboodle. What do you mean? So I am going to extrude this, but I'm going to have like multiple extrusions to account for a lot. For starters, I got to account for the stove, and then I got to account for this corner, and then I got to account for the double sink area thing, and that's where I'll stop. Are you gonna actually model the burners? No, I can texture that and say it's an electric and say it's an electric stove. So I don't need to model out the burners per se. But I will scale this down on the Z. Why? Because you know, stoves like these often come with, ovens and shelves. Oh, right. So I'll G this on the Z. Let's move it up. And then I'll go into edit mode. And with polygon highlighted, I'm just gonna take this polygon, go back to the top view, hit E to extrude, and then I'm gonna make sure I click here, and then extrude again, click there, and then extrude again, click right there, and then extrude, and click there. So now we have our stupid double stove thing for the burners and shit. So for the burners, I have to make sure I inset this. So I'm going to hit I inset. Hello, hey, inset. What the fuck? Mm, Hold on, I'll undo that then. No, not bevel. Yeah, inset faces. There. The fuck was that? Yeah, I'm good with yeah, I'm good with that. And then I'll G this on the Z just to give it the bent. You know what? I take that back. Undo that. I'm gonna take these. Or rather, I'll just take this. Yeah. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna extrude it like that. And then I'm gonna take this and extrude it on this and extrude it right there, like that. Why? Controls. Ow. But what about? But why didn't you want to just pull this thing down? Because it just I don't know why, but it just didn't look right to me. But then again, that's just me being a perfectionist, or maybe that's just me being a dumbass. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just being an idiot. Okay, so I'm gonna click out of the inset menu. I'm gonna get this set of polygon, this face, excuse me. I'm gonna extrude it. I'm gonna extrude. Make sure I click. Extrude again. Click. I'm gonna go to the Z axis to make sure I am good. Extrude again. Click. Extrude again. Click. And finally, just extrude one more time. Right about there. So with these two, I can inset them. And this time, I will extrude them downward. But I need to go into edge mode, so I'm going to hit 2. And I'm going to highlight these interior edges. Same goes with this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to grab all these and bevel them. Oh, really? Yeah. Why? So the sink can be rounded out a little. Doesn't have like sinks don't have hard edges. But what about the drain? I'll just paint that on. Ow. That. That. Why don't you just alter? I'd rather be safe than sorry and just be extra precise. Are you gonna grab the bottom the bottom edges? No, because in all honesty, the bottom doesn't really matter. All right, you fucking convinced me, but this one I will alt. Fuck me. No, I won't. I won't. But I will bevel these. Let's go here. Upgrade the faces so it's nice and rounded. Oh, nice. Yeah. Um, I guess I could knife this. You want to knife it? Yeah, maybe. No, I'm being an idiot again. I mean, to be fair, that's all I really have to do. Hey, really? I thought you said there were, like, you know, ovens and stuff like that. There are. Go back into object mode. Bring this up on the Z axis. And what I can do is scratch my leg. Oh. Go back into edit mode. Hit 3. Go to the stove. Because that needs to be extruded. Well, I can. Alright. I'm just going to highlight them all. Nope. You're highlighting all the faces. Yeah. It's the only other. Is the only way. Hold on, let me try to English again. I might just take advantage of booleans. Oh, yeah. Just to have the shelves. Okay, or the sink. Yeah. Because the oven just needs one giant thing. Anyway, I'll just extrude this down. Right about, right about there should do it. Go back into edit mode. Move this down on the Z axis. I'm gonna hold shit. Yeah, control. Oh. There we go. Go back here. So this is the the stove. I'm gonna have to inset this. Nope, not. Scale this on the X. No. Scale this on the Z. Right there. I could this. Let me see what happens if I loop cut this. How bad is it gonna look? So trying to get the easiest route. Ah, fuck. Uh, well, it's not terrible. I can get away with this. Alright. So with these 3 loop cuts and uh, a knife through the heart, and you're too late, you give love a bad name. Don't quote that song. I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. Yeah, because that song really does suck. Anyway, see that? And make sure we have that knife right over here. And then I'm gonna hit enter. So now we have a nice little divider for we have not six heating things. Ah, as far as you're concerned, let's go back into polygon mode. I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit these two. I'm just gonna extrude them, and then I'll bevel the edges for the oven. So extrude. Extrude again. Yeah, right around there. Let's get this and this, and then bridge. Now we have our little handle. And with this, we can extrude this a little bit and make that the glass. Just extrude a little bit. Right around there should, yeah, right around there should do it. And now I can extrude the edge, bevel the edges. Just these edges to round out the glass. What about the shelf? I mean, the shelf I can handle anytime. So get that. Make sure I got the, yeah, I got the sides. Let's bevel this. Mhm. Yeah, I'm alright with that. 3, 4. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Um, okay, so we have our sink. Well, technically speaking, I could just, no, no. If I wanted the shelves here, I mean, I could just, instead of extruding, we could highlight, ex extrude individuals. We see what happens there. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some clipping. Yep. All right. So. All right. All right. All right. All right. I'll deal with this. I'll deal with that later. All right, so we have the sink. We have that. What else here? And this is the living room area. So that means another chair, couch, another, well, one of those, um, not beanbag chairs, but like soft leather things. Coffee table, which means we're gonna need a cylinder for that, and a TV. TV is not gonna be. TV is not that thing's fucking simple. Because flat screens exist now, and I could just as easily just go back into object mode, Shift A. Make sure that if you have multiple objects, you stick with object mode instead of edit mode, because if you have multiple objects in edit mode, then it's all going to be referenced by that one object, if that makes any sense. It doesn't. I'll explain in further detail another time, just not now. Sorry, you're just doing the flat screen? Yeah, because that's simple. That shit's super simple. All I literally have to do is just flatten this thing, but not by much. And there should do it. Scale is on the... No, not scale us on the Z. Fuck! My leg! Fuck you, you itchy leg. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Fuck. Hold on. Oh. And now we G this on the Y. G this on the X. I said go there. Ah, dog. Yeah, I know. I'll scale this down. Scale this on the X. Yeah, right around there should do it. No, it won't. Let's go to Y position. Scale this on the X some more, right around there. Should be fine. Good. I'm not hitting glass. So let's move this on the Z-axis. Let's go into edit mode. Take this, and we just where's inset? We inset you. We extrude you inward. And if we want some roundness, I mean, I guess we can bevel the edges here. Where's my mouse? There you are. We bevel. I should keep it like that, shouldn't I? Kind of that retro futuristic vibe, but alright, I'll round it out. There we go. We have our TV. I'll get started with the tables and stuff next week. And then after that, I'll move into here, because this is obviously a bedroom, which means I have to make a bed, a nightstand, table, probably a trash can. Hallway doesn't need shit. So, what's the purpose of all this? Well, on top of what? On top of learning how to model and bevel and shit like that? I mean, technically I can call this a dev diary because I can use this for whatever, it's including East Village. And I could upload this to my website and you can download it for free. Yeah, that's true. Well, the untextured version, not the textured version. Either way, we're well on our way to making this stupid house. And, yeah, end it here, narrator.
And there you have it, modelers and game developers. Tune in next week for Doc Teaches Blender. Yeah.